Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, welcome to my channel. My name is Micah. Today we are going to be doing my Shop My Stash for the month of July. I'm first going to take you through my drawer and sort of show you what I have selected, what I had selected I should say, in the month of June. And then I will take you through my drawers and we will select some products to use in the month of July. So that's what we're going to be doing. So let me start you off here with the face products first, because as you may know, if you've seen these before, this is where I change up the most. I was using two different primers. These two. This is the Essence Bloom Baby Bloom Primer Oil, and it's a really nice product, but I do think my skin will fare better with this in the winter time. It's not that it's super oily. I didn't feel it made me look like a grease ball. It's just that this kind of texture simply appeals to me more in the cooler months. So I moved on to this. This is the Catrice Glow Care Primer. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's like a little line right there, and that just means it's almost gone. So I'm gonna be using this up sometime this month, and then I will be selecting a different primer to use the rest of the month. So this is gonna go back in here. The other base products I used were these two, and this is the Clean ID Hydro BB Cream by Catrice. This is really nice. I really wanted to try it out and give it a good try this month because it was going to be very warm. And it turned out this was a really nice one. It's very natural, but again, I have something different to try this month. So that's what we're going to be doing. And I almost forgot, but I need to show you this. I used it up, you guys. My MAC Waterweight foundation is now empty, so used it up. So that means I can pick like two more base products to try. For concealer, I was using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. It had a bit of an issue with one day when I unscrewed the lid and the stopper came out, which was a bit inconvenient because then it started to leak all over the place. I got it put back together and it's no longer leaking, so that's been helpful. But I do feel I want to try another concealer again. So then, well, I only had one bronzer and powder in here, so let's tackle those first. They are both by Colourpop. This was the powder. I think we were a bit too bright, perhaps, but this is the No Filter powder in the shade Fair. This is going to be the powder that I will be using again in July because I'm about to use it up. So this has a really nice, lovely pan, as you can see, and there's a really big dent in this, so I'm sure I can use it up, keep it in here, and then select something differently. I think not until the end of this month, but you will see in my next Shop My Stash if I did have to already switch it out. I'll make sure to say it then. And this is the Coconut Beach Bronzer. This is from their Going Coconuts line. It's a nice bronzer. It's just a bit middle of the road for me. It's nothing to write home about for sure, so I will be selecting a different bronzer. Well, this is a bronzer-like product. We had a couple of very warm days this month, and that means that I then go for my hot weather combo, which is just a bit of concealer, MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in medium, and this guy right here. And this is the Summer of Love Triple Baked Bronzer by I Heart Makeup. I'm not sure if they still do this, but this is a pink toned bronzer with a lot of gold. I use this as a blush bronzer highlight on hot days, so I just swoop this all over my face, and it was very lovely. We'll use it again if we get a heat wave. And this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in medium. This comes with a little dome, and the dome is starting to flatten again, but this powder will last me years, I just know it. Let's talk blush first. So in my Shop My Stash, I was like, I need to commit, I need to review this blush. This is the Jouer Blush Duo in Rose Gold. I love this. It's got a really nice texture. And the shade I thought might be too dark for me, but actually right now in the summertime it's pretty spot on. I was using this Hourglass blush in Incandescent Electra. This is also a newer one that I was trying out this month. I bought this in New York last year, but it is my third Hourglass blush because this is one of my favorite blush formulas. And this is just a really nice bright shade, but again, I have other things I would like to try. And I put in the Becca Champagne Split in, I never can know how to open these. This is Champagne Pop with Flower Child, and Champagne Pop as a highlight is too dark for me, so I like mixing these and wear it as a shimmering blush option. And then we have two highlighters. I wore the Jeffree Star Hypothermia a couple of weeks at the start of June, and I also used it in my last Get Ready With Me. This is going to go back in my stash. It gives a really nice glass-like, icy kind of glow, which I'm all about, so I will definitely keep on using it in my personal life, but I probably won't be pulling it into a Shop My Stash anytime soon. Fenty Beauty then, this is the Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal kind of shade, and I definitely prefer Fire Crystal over Lightning Dust. Is that true? Yeah, this is the more shimmering one, that's Fire Crystal, as you can see. So this side of the drawer is where I usually change the least, but last time I really wanted to commit to some lipsticks, so that's what I did. So I was using these Zara lipsticks, and these are lovely, lovely lipsticks, I have to say. The packaging gets a little fingerprinty. It's this rubberized, kind of soft touch kind of stuff, and I had a bright red in there, and then a more nudie shade, and I also had a more like bright pink. I think I wore all three of these in videos, and I really like the texture of these. These have a really nice formula. They just, the smell of these, you guys. Now, I've just opened them, and I can still smell them. It's this whiff of cake batter that I'm not a big fan of. So I don't like these because of the scent, but I do really like the shades. And then I put these two Maybelline lipsticks in there, and I have to say I use these the least. I like them all right. It's just that the shades are perhaps a little bit too dark for me right now. So I think I will go back to these in the fall time, because these are more like my fall kind of colors. And Too Faced Sex on the Peach. I have already gotten into that problematic phase where I've hit the plastic, so I've sort of been going sometimes from the other side as well. This is one that I would like to use up this year. Then, brows were still good to go, so I don't have to select any new brow products. The mascaras I'm using are also okay, but I do think the Essence one has like maybe 1 or 2 weeks of life left in its system. Over here, You Better Work eyeshadow primer by Essence. It's definitely on its last legs now, but it's the eye primer that keeps on giving, you guys. I've been thinking this is running out for months. My two like standard things, I don't think you can see this yet, but my MAC Paint Pot, I've hit that stage where you can feel there's very little product in the bottom when you stick your finger in. So I think I will hit pan on this next month. And the eyeshadow that I have is starting to show little rings as well, so maybe I'll hit pan on that next month too. And then for setting spray, as you can see, we only have a little bit left. So again, I think I will use this up next month. Let's talk eyeshadow palettes, because boy, did we use a lot of eyeshadow. So let's just start with what's on top. Juvia's Place Warrior 3. I think I pulled this in to show you that I was going to use this. I just wanted to make sure that I got to this because I got this for Black Friday and hadn't played with it yet. And I definitely make a point of using everything I have, you guys. So that's why I sort of rotate through everything. I tried the Kaleidos Futurism palette. So this is all 5 of them. My favorite one has to be the Electro Turquoise because it's the most unique color story and the one that's most flattering on me. The one I like the least, surprise, but for me, the Sci-Fi Green, because you will see in a minute, I have another palette that does something very similarly, and I felt that this just didn't tickle that itch. So for me, this would be my least favorite, followed by the Cyber Bronze, but I love the other 3. So what other palette did I use then? Well, what about Melt Gemini and Smoke Sessions? So the Sci-Fi Green is sort of dubbed as a replacement for the Melt Gemini, but I much more prefer this. It's a lot less golden toned. These greens are definitely more like cocky greens, and this is a bit more bronzy rather than stark golds. So I feel this is a bit more unique. And then the Smoke Sessions I really liked as well. A lot of people are complaining that these mattes are quite dark, but I was able to make them work in my crease. Sadly, 2 palettes that I'm a little bit on the fence about. I will definitely have to play around with these a little bit more. This is the BH Cosmetics Fairy Lights palette, and I bought this, I think this was their holiday release, and I bought this because it has those stunning pinks and blues, and I was like, this is a cool tone color story. I generally like BH formula, but I have found that not all BH eyeshadow palettes are created equal, and this is another one of them. I think that there's just something about this, is it 20? Yeah, 20 pan layout, that it just doesn't have the same quality as something like the Love in London. I think that's the case. And another palette that didn't really wow me was the Grimoire palette by V Cosmetics. This is a UK indie brand, and a lot of people are actually saying that this is a great alternative for the Jeffree Star Cremated palette. It has those like greeny tones as well that you find in the Cremated, and a shimmering black. That shimmering black is hands down the best shade in the entire palette. What I don't like is that this has 2 pressed glitters, and there aren't enough mid-tones that I can put in my crease. The only thing I can put in my crease is this. Everything else is a little bit too dark, so I would have wanted something in between a flesh tone color and something like this or something like this, and then a matte, because these are also all shimmer, to really give me more options. And then 2 bonus ones, because I am filming this Shop My Stash a little bit later than I probably should have. But this is the Venus 3 by Lime Crime, so I wore this to work the other day, and this was just stunning. These purples are lovely, and I find that these 2 also have like a lilac-y hint to them if you apply them to the eye, and this warm tone also has like that. These 2 together in the pan, they look so differently, whereas I feel that once I put this on the eye, I could definitely see it go with the purple. So this is one of those palettes where the color story may be a bit deceiving. And last but not least, the Melt Blueprint Stack. I bought this again last winter, I think. Hadn't played around with it yet. Mine is destroyed. It came broken, you guys. This came cracked. So I did repress it. That's the only one that didn't crack. But a lot of the shimmers cracked in this, so I was unsure of how it would still work. Worked fine. Love these shades. So now that we've gone through everything that I've used, let's go to my makeup drawers. Alrighty, so welcome to my face products, you could say. And I mentioned that I wanted to try at least one new thing when it comes to foundation, and that would be this one. This is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer with a hyaluronic acid. They're just coming out with their foundation version of this, so I'm very curious after that. But I figured since I already have this product, I might want to try this first and see if I like it, because maybe the Pretty Fresh line isn't exactly what I was looking for. So I want to try this as something new. And then what I also would want to pull in is my Chanel Le Beige Tinted Moisturizer. So I'm definitely on a tinted moisturizer like BB Cream kick. It is the summertime. I like super lightweight things in the summertime. So I want to get some more use out of this product. For concealer, I want to then also go in with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Concealer, which is one that I haven't tried enough yet. And since it's a match to the tinted moisturizer, I might as well do that. And I also figured I wanted to pull in this. This is a Essence concealer called the Stay All Day 16-Hour Concealer. This is one of those concealers that is just one of the standard items in Essence's line. This is something they've never discontinued. It is about halfway gone, so I would like to try and use this up, if I can. It's a very lightweight one, so you need quite a lot to make it work. So I think that will be okay. I will also probably be needing a new primer. And I've been umming and ahhing what I want to use. Because these are, like, this is my primer section right here, so I have a lot of these glowy products, but I actually think I would like to try those more in the winter time when I feel I need a bit more glow to my skin. I believe this one I didn't like very much because it was very matte. These are 2 of my favorites, the Catrice and the Too Faced. And then I have the e.l.f. Putty Primer for like pore filling purposes, which is something I don't do a lot. And then I think the choice will go between these 2 like newer to me products. So I have the Coconut Dream Hydrating Primer, which I think may be better for a little further down the line. So I think I'll go in with the e.l.f. Beauty Shield Skin Shielding Primer. This has an SPF of 50, so I think this will be great for the summertime. Plus, I believe that if I remember correctly from my full face of e.l.f. video that I did last January, this has a bit of a tint, so on a hot day, this would be enough with a bit of concealer and powder on top to make my base work, so that I wouldn't have to go in with a tinted moisturizer or anything like that. So the e.l.f. Beauty Shield, I'm looking forward to try more. So once my Catrice primer is out, I will start using this. So I also need to select a new bronzer to try. And actually what I would like to do this month, and I know this is absolutely crazy, but I would like to go in with an OG combo. And that was this. Oh, I'm out of frame. So that's these two. And this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Radiant Light, which is, as you can see, too dark for me to be a powder, but it's great as a bronzer. So that's why I would like to use that as a glowy bronzer. And then for a matte contoury kind of product, I want to go in with the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it has a huge dent right here in the middle. So I would like to see if I can hit pan on that, because that's an older product that I should just be using more. And I don't like this all over my face because then it gets patchy. But I was thinking this all over and this more on the cheekbone, I think can work. I think we needed new blush and we also needed new highlighters. So let's look at this highlighter situation that I have going on here. Is there anything in here that is newer to my collection that I haven't used much yet? I think actually one of my go-to highlighters for the summertime for years now, ooh, I put my nail in there, for years now has been this Jouer Nude Skin Air, whatever it's called. It's got a very long name. But this highlighter by Jouer. And you know what? I need to just give it another whirl. And then, ooh, what else? I think, but this may be very similar. Yeah. It's a bit of a similar tone, so I would definitely want to go for something differently. Maybe something peachy, something a bit lighter. I want to go for this. This is a duochrome highlighter by Annabelle. This is the Holo Lighter in Pegasus, so I'm going to go in with that because I love peachy toned highlighters, so that will be a good like standard to try. Ooh, and now for blush. I know. Yeah, I was thinking the other day, I just need to use this. This is Bang by Urban Decay. If I ever wear this bright of a red blush, it's this time of year. So I need to put that in. Yeah, these blush lighters by Essence I really, really like. Maybe this peachy shade. Huh. Do I want to do that? What do I want to do? I haven't given this much thought, as you can tell. I haven't really thought about what I would exactly like to do. Ooh, so many pretty things. Oh, I know! I need to give this more of a try. So for blush, I would like to try more of my Charlotte Tilbury blush in Pillow Talk. I bought this and I haven't really given a good use yet. So I'm going to pull that in. And then, yeah, I'm just going to go for the Essence one, the blush lighter in Peachy Dream, because then I've got a nude, a peach, and something bright and fun. Is that it in here? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull in this Benefit What's Up highlighter stick. If I'm going to be using a cream highlighter, now's the time of the year. So I'm going to add that in there too. I was trying those Maybelline and Zara lipsticks, and I just figured that selecting lipsticks to use is the way to go for me, because I am now shopping my stash. So what are some good, like, fun summer colors that I love? Oh, I know. Urban Decay, I see a really nice bright one here. This is Checkmate. This is such a nice coral. I want to use that this time. And I know I need to use more of my MAC shades, because I have, like, my MAC collection is over here, over here, and I've just been ignoring these. So I know that Impassioned is one of my favorite shades for the summertime. Look at that, that's gotten a lot of use for a bright shade. So I want to use that. Oh, I know. I know. My favorite summertime red, Lady Danger, which is an orange toned red, and Candy Yum Yum. And for eyeshadow, last but not least, I would like to put in some more newer things. I think I've only showed you this in a haul so far, but the other two I haven't. This is the Prelude Chroma palette by Lime Crime. I bought this together with the Venus 3. These are perhaps a bit more fall-like, but I think I can pull that in. And then I bought the Sigma Enchanted palette right when they came out with the Corda Rosa, but I have so many rosy tones. This seems like a really nice, like, cool toned kind of palette. Kelly Gooch has been raving about it, so I wanted to try it. And then I got myself the Mercury Retrograde a few weeks ago, so I would like to try that as well. Because to me, even though this was a Christmas release, this is summer vibes to me. Alright, so there you have it. That's my Shop My Stash, including some new eyeshadow palettes to play around with. And then we are, I'm probably going to be selecting more. It's going to be almost summer break, so it gives me a lot more time to play around with eyeshadow. That is why I'm trying out so much eyeshadow at the moment, because that's usually what happens in the spring-summer season for me. I can't wait to play around with these, but I'll probably select other things as well. So make sure you stay tuned for my next Shop My Stash, when I will be showing you exactly what other palettes I pulled for. Maybe I'll pull in some more lips options, but I think I'm okay with these. And then we have some really fun, just base products to play around with as well. I can't wait to try that bronzer combo. Very excited for that one. So, thank you very much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more by me. I make 3 new videos a week, so I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye!